Welcome. What's up, party people? It is fall, y'all. And there's a lot of different versions of fall, but it's been real estate fall for a little bit. Football season has started. We're out there watching the kids get after it recently. It's good times. It's good times, people. And there's a lot to talk about because if you've been a listener of this show for really any period over the last decade-ish, you know that the fall is my personal favorite time to buy and sell real estate. Does not mean that I wouldn't do it at other times. Doesn't mean that I never have. But my wife and I personally have done all of our buying and selling in the fall to early winter time of the year. There's a bunch of reasons for that, and we'll get to them as we make our way through the show today. So if you have questions about when you should buy or sell, or whether the fall or early winter might be good for you this year, give us a call, 214-310-0008. That's 214-310-0008. You can always go online to toddtremonteteam.com as well, toddtremonteteam.com. We've got a bunch of other things we want to cover today. How is artificial intelligence impacting real estate? Lots going on with artificial intelligence everywhere, but especially in real estate. You know, what's it changing about the buying experience or the selling experience? Do you need a real estate agent anymore? How are real estate agents using AI? How are we using AI? And what are lazy agents doing? Stand by for this one. What are lazy agents doing that could really, really, really hurt you? Whether you're buying, selling, checking your value, asking about a remodel, looking to protest your taxes. What do we have agents doing out there right now with AI that could be really, really damaging? We'll get into all of that and more. Go ahead. Looks like you had something to say.
Well, I was just going to say it's kind of scary. You want someone with some knowledge that can chat because, like they say, you better get into your health because the doctors that are going to be treating you in the future are getting through med school through ChatGPT.
The reality is anybody who takes their profession seriously, I think, is, if not has been for a while now, using or at least investigating and learning about artificial intelligence. Now, there's a lot of layers to that, so this isn't a show about that. We're going to talk about how it's impacting real estate, but you can go ask a question to ChatGPT. That's a very, 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 very surface level use of AI. Then there are people that are training up AI pseudo employees. We're doing that. And then there are those that are kind of turning their brain off and depending on a very unreliable source of specific data to make decisions, to make plans, to analyze data, to basically go Google for them more poorly than they could. And that is happening in every field. Real estate is one where, on the average, the typical agent is a little bit less educated, a little bit less prepared for the job. And so it's even scarier, in my opinion, than in many other industries. And obviously your home is very important. And so there's a lot of damage that could be done. We'll talk about that a little bit more. This segment is brought to you by Patrick Glaros and his mortgage lending team over at ABC Bank. We recently closed a deal with them, as did Patrick and many, many, many of our clients. And they're still as good as it gets. Patrick and his team have, for over 20 years, been my most trusted first phone call mortgage advisors. If it comes to borrowing to buy, borrowing to invest, refinancing, restructuring, understanding how your mortgage loan can be a part of your overall wealth building plan, then you just need Patrick Glaros. You can go to patrickglaros.com, Glaros, patrickglaros.com, NMLS number 308804. Now, whenever you need any sort of pro or advisor or expert for your real estate buying or selling, just go to toddtremonteteam.com. We've got a bunch of the ones that our clients are trusting and liking and that we are using and that we are trusting, that we're sending to our own homes. I know Ian had some air conditioning checkup this week, and he used the exact same people that we introduce all of our clients to. By the way, Reinhardt Service Company, and you can find them at toddtremonteteam.com as well. If you've got questions, folks, give us a holler, 214-310-0008. That's 214-310-0008. 888-222-0008. Now, we were talking about AI, and we do now have our very own AI aggravated Ian.
Hi, folks.
Welcome to the show.
Was that my mom? I didn't hear her.
It wasn't your mom yet. She's lingering somewhere. Oh, there she is.
Hi, Mom.
But we do have the full price Courtney, the CCC.
Let's go.
As well as the Yanni Donnie himself, the English wonder.
Look, shout out to Reinhardt Services. My AC went out. I sent them a message that morning, and they got out to my house within a couple hours, and they had it all fixed.
Yeah, with our friends, our clients, our
That's free.
team, they typically do what they call front of the line service. So they're not harming anybody else, but they will go way out of their way to get to you quickly. As a friend of our team, as a friend of the show, we've been using them for 15 plus years. And there's a bunch of other great people. You just go to toddtremonti-team.com, click that radio tab, and you can see sponsors, friends, people that we use, all that good stuff right there. Okay, so we talked a little bit about why fall is my favorite time, and I said I would go into more detail. Courtney, as the non-licensed person in studio,
2026, maybe?
what do you think
If I'm
most
allowed.
people, if you're protected,
Oh,
how many times do we have to talk about this? If I stop protecting you and your family,
you can
then
become an agent.
then you may become an agent next year. Okay. What do you think most people say about when people
Summer.
do and should buy and sell houses?
Summer, spring and summer.
And why do you think they say
Grab that school momentum. I don't know. I think people want to get out of their house and be ready for the school year.
Yeah.
And maybe people have more margin to scoot around. The sun is shining. Your yard looks great.
I think all those things are, again, stereotypically true. We kind of believe them because other people believe them. And some of that makes some sense.
Feels loud messaging.
It's nice out. You know,
Sure.
it's even though late summer around here can be extraordinarily hot. We had a pretty decent one this year. But I believe for the following reasons that I'm not saying don't buy spring and summer. That's fine. But don't ignore fall and early winter.
Don't ignore it. But what do you say to, I would be scared that the inventory is not great.
Yeah. So here's what I have to say about that. The homes that are still for sale in after September are typically the people that really want or need to sell.
Motivation.
So if you're a buyer, that's who you want to buy from. Okay. And if you were to say to me, there's less inventory, I would say the inventory that goes away are the people that don't really need to sell, or maybe they were just kind of feeling out the market. They're not that motivated, or they were so wildly out of touch with reason they realized they can't get what they wanted to get, and so they just went away.
You know, what you're saying is so true. I just listed my couch for sale on Facebook, right? For $600. And
can we pause for just a second?
Yeah, sure.
Ian, did you freak out just a little bit from a liability perspective?
Yes.
When she said, I just listed.
I knew y'all were freaking out.
I didn't know what was going to come.
I felt very excited to freak y'all out.
Kind of freaked me out.
My point is I had new couches coming in 2 weeks, so I kind of had a little on-ramp, right, and prepared.
Tight window, though.
No one bit. And I just kept lowering it and lowering it to the point where
You were like, I need
I
it
was
gone.
desperado.
Yep.
And I'm like, this lines up with what you're saying. I would have sold it. I got $295,
Yeah,
but I
but
would have
you
sold
wanted-
it for $50.
And you wanted like 600.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you didn't realize, the housing market lines up with the couch market.
I'm saying
Used couch.
I'm sorry, used couch market.
motivation
Just to be clear,
is
no,
wild.
that's
I mean,
good,
technically used houses, right?
yeah.
Used
Lived in.
houses, used couches.
You don't know where
Resale.
people's mental health headspace, not health.
Resale homes. The reality, though, Courtney, is you're right. And if you put
Thank
yourself
you.
in one of those situations where you're like, I am now have to be kind of impulsive. I'm now pressured into a home, or I now have 2 mortgages, and so this is really tough. That's not ideal. The reason I like the fall, as I was saying, was you have the higher likelihood of buying from a seller who's more motivated, more likely to give you some opportunity, some leverage, some time to think, some negotiability. Also, as a buyer, a lot of buyers do have a timeline of their own. They want to buy before the calendar year or before the end of the tax year, or they want to buy while their kids are out for that winter break or before a new hire first of the year kind of situation. They're buying a home in a market with fewer buyers to compete with. So the same thing as we said, a lot of the sellers that aren't so serious or that couldn't get what they thought they could get, they go away and they wait till the next spring and summer. So do the buyers. Like, man, we didn't get it done. It's almost Halloween. We're done here. And you, as a serious buyer, can buy from a serious, motivated, negotiable seller and compete with less other buyers. It's a very efficient, less time wasted. If you're asking me what time of year it's most pleasant to get out and go look at houses, I say the fall. I'll go do it in 75-degree weather, but the grass is still green. The landscaping still looks great. It's a great time to be in the market. So whether you're a buyer or a seller, if you're a seller, you're selling to those buyers that still really want or still need to buy. The tire kickers are gone. They're not going to waste your time. You're not going to get asked to leave your house 8 times for showings where the buyer was never going to buy your home. So I think it's a very good time. I'm not saying it's the only time or the very, very best time. I think it's a very good time. And for my wife and I, it has been the best time for us. But there's nothing at all wrong with spring and summer or even buying and selling in winter. What we say around here is there is a strategy for every market. But most agents don't operate that way. Most agents have basically a spring, summer strategy. They don't know it as that. They just have one strategy, and they do most of their business in spring and summer, and they haven't had to or thought to or wanted to create unique strategies for different clients at different times, at different price points, at different areas, different seasons, different mortgage market, different banking market, different economy, different inflation market. That's what we do here at the Todd Tremonti Home Selling Team, is we create a strategy for you for whatever market you are in, whether it's geographic, financial, no matter what. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home and you might actually want to get something done before the end of the year, or if you're just beginning to plan on next year, give us a call. We'll set you up with a completely free strategy session. Doesn't cost you any money. You don't have to sign anything up front. And we can talk about buying, selling, or both when the right time is for you, what's realistic, what's out there, what's possible. And you can get all of that for free. Just call or text 214-310-0008. You can just text the word strategy to 214-310-0008, or you can go do some research. You could check out over 800 5-star reviews on Google, or you could go to our website and read what we have to say there and call any number, fill out any form, chat with any little chat exchange there. ToddTremontiTeam.com. That's ToddTremontiTeam.com.
Let me tell you about DP Lambert and You Said Insurance.
I'll let you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great. Why not?
He's fantastic. I saw him this weekend. We were dove hunting and he showed up and I was like, what are you doing here?
Did you invite him? Otherwise, that's really random.
I invited David. David invited DP. But I couldn't have been happier to see him.
I mean, that adds up.
He's awesome.
So, yeah, no, DP's awesome. So, if you haven't shopped your home insurance or your auto insurance recently, do so with DP. dp.lambert@goosehead.com. It's who I do that with. It's who Todd does.
Yep.
So many of our friends, family, clients. Reach out to DP. He's going to get you the best coverage at the most affordable price. 214-614-8595 is the phone number. dp.lambert, Lambert, dp.lambert@goosehead.com is how you can reach out to him. If you forget any of that, just head over to toddtremoniteam.com, click on the radio tab where you can find all of our recommended pros and vendors.
All right, folks, if you've got questions about your real estate, it's 214-310-0008. That's 214-310-0008. Ian, I know you were handling some very important real estate business, but while you were gone, we talked about the fall, and we also teased how people are using AI in real estate. And we don't just mean agitated or aggravated Ian. We do actually mean
actual AI,
artificial intelligence. So I think it's important to identify that we are not world-class AI specialists. But I've been down this rabbit hole with AI for well over 2 years. I'd say I'm not normally a big technology early adopter, but on this one, for real estate, I certainly was. And so we've been able to put AI into practice in a way that helps our clients quite a bit, as it helps us market their homes better. We get a lot of rough draft copywriting help. Now, we still finalize and approve everything. We get a little bit of creative graphics help. We get help with analyzing and putting plans together, scheduling things out, working with data. We also get help making sure that we differentiate our properties from the marketplace, and on and on and on. So the thing that I've done a lot of training lately leading up to our big conference, it's like this coming week.
Like tomorrow-ish.
Yeah, like we have a welcome cocktail party tomorrow. So that being said, I'm cautioning agents who are not prepared for their clients, our friends, our neighbors, DFW home buyers and sellers, and of course we're coaching agents all across the country. Agents are not prepared that the client, the consumer, is using AI. So you're buying a house, you're a little bit nervous, and you start doing some research on AI. You may or may not know that you're getting some good information, some bad information, and some absolutely atrociously poor, made up AI, not based in fact data. But you're not the one that's supposed to know better, the buyer or the seller or the renter or the person thinking about that.
Sure.
The real estate agent is supposed to know better, and we have to be firm and courageous and confident enough to say things like, where did you get that information? That actually does not at all line up with the data that I've been studying. You might just check in with an agent, with a client, and say, hey, have you guys been doing any research? What have you been doing to get prepared? By any chance, have you been using AI? What have you been using? What have you been learning? I want to caution you that that's not accurate. And by the way, this is me talking to our listeners and our viewers and our friends too. You have to be very, very careful. So much of that data is not even accurate. And then it's being interpreted by somebody or a digital somebody that does not have the context of our industry.
It's interesting, right? Because it's easier now to get good information and to get bad information than it's ever been.
No doubt.
Now you can go scroll through Google and scroll through different articles and sites and things like that, and you can get it all that way. But the quickest way now is to just use AI, use a chat GPT or similar.
And it's basically just aggregating all the data we used to go looking for.
A lot of times it says like searching the web, and then it will put together something for you. You know, it's funny because this is not real estate related, but it's an example of how to be careful of ChatGPT. I think it was Robert on our team had there was something had happened in one of the baseball series this season with the Astros, I think it was, and he had asked like, hey, when was the last time? I think the Astros won maybe all 3 games, but only scored like 3 runs or something. It was something weird, and he said, when was the last time this happened? And ChatGPT threw out the dates that it happened and the games that it happened and the scores that it happened, and none of them were right.
Yeah.
They were all incorrect. It was like this happened the previous week, and these were the scores, and these were the games. And it was like, we didn't even play that team last week.
That's an obvious and egregious example. Where it gets tougher is when you get, like you were saying, you get some good data with some bad data, and if you're not willing to slow down or double check that, you run with it.
Sure,
you run
but my example though is if you didn't go and check the results, you're going around telling everybody, hey, this was the last. Are you trying to sound really smart? And you're like, no, that's completely wrong.
And even if you go and check it, some of it may be right, and then AI is really well known for filling in the gaps. So maybe it did go get 2 games that were accurate, but in order for it to make a series win, it makes up the other one.
It's an incredible tool.
No doubt.
You just have to be careful with it.
But to warn people, as a home buyer, it would be tempting to say, we're going to make an offer. What's that house really worth? I'll just ask AI. Well, look, AI and digital have been trying to value homes automatically at a national level with a lot of the big portals for decades. And they're historically known for being uniquely bad at it.
Can I try this right now?
A local expert. Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to try it with my house. Let's see if it can.
They're known for being uniquely bad at it because they grasp at some real data, like a tax record or a mortgage that's recorded, but it doesn't have the context to go, I don't know what percentage of the value they borrowed. I got a mortgage. They owed $200,000. Well, is that 10% of the loan or 90%? That just, without that data, it starts making assumptions. And a lot of times it can be close, but as a buyer, that's just one example of something you might do. You might not trust your agent fully enough or not evaluate getting a great agent enough because you feel like you could lean on this for things like contracts. Don't do that. Pricing. Don't do that. Researching the seller. Maybe do that. Be careful. Obey all laws. But there are some things it's good for. There's a lot of things we are seeing people get into big trouble with. Sellers, again, trying to value their own homes with really bad data, trying to understand the marketplace and the pace and the average days on market and things like that from lazy data sources instead of the most direct data sources. Also seeing people like create marketing pieces and things that are just could be good, but are almost good, but are really terrible. Like six-fingered people and homes that are not proportionate and yard signs for marketing that don't have the right information on it and things like that are not compliant with fair housing and things like that. So we're seeing it really hurt home buyers and sellers more than it helps. It can be helpful if you can use it wisely. But we're seeing it online taking over the lead generation, the ad creation, the website tools, and most of that is actually less helpful and less valuable than it used to be. Now, this may just be the season we have to go through before this stuff gets better. But right now, it's a very dangerous thing for buyers, sellers, and sadly, real estate agents to be depending on it too much and trusting it too much.
I have my estimate from ChatGPT.
Okay, let's hear it.
And I know what my home is worth because I just had a valuation done on it
Yeah,
properly.
an appraisal,
the appraisal
and
back.
our team can do.
And it came anyway. Its estimate was 20 to 50,000 low.
Low. Yeah, that's brutal. You don't want to give up $20,000 to $50,000.
No, please, I really don't.
Really, ever. Okay, folks, lots to cover as we continue to make our way through the show. As we get going a little bit later, we're going to talk more about our conference that we have literally this coming week. We have our mastermind members, our coaching consulting clients in this week. We'll tease a little bit about what the real estate industry is talking about, what we're going to be talking about and training agents on over the next couple of days. We are going to talk a little bit about festivals in the DFW area. I don't know if you're a festival person, you like music or art or food or checking out different areas in DFW, but we'll talk a little bit about that later in the show. And then we're going to talk about what we big backyard people are enjoying and doing or preparing for right now as we head a little bit more into the weather and the feel and the season of true fall. So we'll cover those things. If you have questions, call or text those 214-310-0008. Hey, Courtney, I don't know if you knew this, but we do still guarantee to sell homes for people over the average price and under the average time. I know at times you've said that a little backwards, but we guarantee to sell homes over the average price. What that means is like more than your neighbors are selling the same house for. Would you want that? If you were selling, would you want to get like the most money?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to win.
And then under the average time. So let's just say your neighbors were selling similar homes, same time of year, just different agent.
Sure.
And theirs was taking like 90 days. Would you want, if it fit your timing, to sell in like 21 days? Yeah, you would want that, right? So over the
answer was
over the average price, and
Sometimes I get scared what the right answer is.
well, listening helps. Listening does help.
I am.
Over the average price and under the average time. We are committed to doing that for our clients. Right now, we're averaging about 8% over the average price, meaning people who sell their homes with us are getting about 8% more than people that sell their homes with normal, just average all the other agents out. And then we're selling them about 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, depending on which part of town, faster than the typical agent. So a lot of times we're selling it like half the time that is the average. There are some other areas where it's a couple of weeks. It might be like 4 weeks compared to 6 weeks, that kind of thing. So we are selling homes way over the average price and way under the average time. And if you would like to achieve that, give us a call, 214-310-0008 or online at
DutchMoneyTeam.com.
What's up, party people? Welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us through the break. Happy fall, y'all. Happy fall, y'all. Talking a little bit about the glory of the fall real estate market in the first half of the show. If you missed that, Courtney, where should they go?
Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, Spotify, YouTubes, you can see our pretty faces.
Amazon, Apple,
all the spots.
And I'd like to wish all our English people a happy autumn.
Oh,
Ooh, I like the word autumn. Hey,
Mom.
I love the word autumn. I think we should make a hard press to start using autumn over here. Sounds more inviting than fall.
Let's start it on this show.
You've asked harder things.
Let's start it on this show.
Okay.
We will now only refer to it as autumn.
I'm going to try. It's going to take me some time. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Okay.
That'll mean a lot to John. His daughter's name is Autumn.
Or it could get confusing. We'll have to talk to him. His other daughter's name. Well, maybe we shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Anyway, Okay.
It's nouns.
Listen.
He named his kids
it's
nouns.
a city in the world.
That's it.
It's a very popular one. Okay, so here's what's going on the Todd Tremonti home selling team right now for our friends and listeners. Oh man,
Waxahachie, get in here.
we would like to hire you. That's what it is. We would like to bring you onto the team if you are a highly intelligent, highly competitive, hardworking, at least moderately detailed person who genuinely cares for others and likes to win together and see other people succeed. If that's you and you have a real estate license that you've recently attained, maybe you got into the business in the last year or two and you haven't had the support, resources, training, leads, opportunity that you wanted, or you've never gotten into real estate, but you've thought about it. We would not only like to invite you to have a conversation. If you are catching this live right now, we'd like to invite you to spend a couple of days with us Monday, Tuesday this week at the Real Growth Summit, where you can get to know us real quick, watch us teach and lead agents from all over the United States, Mexico, Canada, and see if we might be a good fit for each other to go use our God-given gifts and abilities to serve home buyers, home sellers, investors all across DFW, and then really all across North America. Because as we train these agents through our events and our coaching and consulting, we then can introduce you to an agent in Florida or an agent in California or up in New York, where we have invested in those agents the same way we have our team members here. And so if you have a need for real estate in DFW or anywhere in North America, you can just give us a call and we can help. 214-310-0008 or text 214-310-0008. Now, I'm not saying we have offices in 80 cities and we're a giant conglomerate that's kind of lost touch with the consumer. I'm saying we're a team of about a dozen people here in DFW, and we train and coach and encourage and resource individual agents and small and mid-sized teams all across the United States and at times Mexico and Canada as well. And we can get you introduced to them and they can take great care of you, whether you're buying or you're selling or you have a family member or a colleague or a friend making a move. If you like the way we operate, we would love to have a chat with you about joining our team. Or, of course, we'd love to earn your trust and help you buy or sell a home, or introduce you to someone all over the country that could help you or a friend or a family member buy or sell a home anywhere in the country. Give us a call, 214-310-0008, or shoot us a text, 214-310-0008.
My man, Patrick Glaros, that is who you need to reach out to if you are wanting to get a mortgage, refinance, maybe a HELOC, questions about anything mortgage related.
Or local banking.
Local banking, yeah. Reach out to Patrick with ABC Bank, patrickglaros.com. That's where you can go. You can start an application on his website. You can also just ask him questions there. 972-386-1231 is the phone number. We actually connected Patrick with one of our newer team members this week, and we had a lovely little chat. And we'll be seeing him tomorrow at the conference as well. He'll be there hanging out with us for the next few days. Reach out to Patrick if he can help you with any of that stuff. He is the first person we generally connect folks with when we talk to them on the phone. NMLS number 308804, patrickglaros.com. That's Patrick with ABC Bank.
Courtney, if someone was listening or watching right now and they were like, I think I might actually want to talk to them about working there, or I have a friend or a child or whatever that's getting a license or got a license or wants to get into real estate, and I think this would be a good environment for them. What would you say from your perspective makes us unique or different that might be attractive to someone or might be something somebody didn't want?
Here, I'll say this.
Okay.
When I watch my friends going through the job application process and trying to find a place that they want to work, the thing that I hear them say is, I want a great leader. I want a good team. Like I want the culture to matter around the work that I'm doing. And I think that you can get a job anywhere, but an environment that really impacts your life and encourages you to become the best version of yourself and use your gifts, like this is a place that you want to be. This is a place you want to consider. This is a place that you want to reach out and talk to us and see if it might be a fit.
What? Can you believe she said that?
Pretty articulate.
Wow.
Well,
It's like she was prepared. I know she wasn't, but it's like she was. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I feel pretty passionate about it.
I'm somewhat speechless.
Way to go. Way to go, Courtney. Hey, folks, if that's you,
It would have been good though if she just went,
Yeah.
it would if that's you and you are encouraged by that or drawn to that in any way or tinkering with making a move into real estate or making a move within the real estate industry, just call or text us 214-310-0008. Save that in your phone anyway. 214-310-0008 for all your real estate needs or to consider joining the team. And then absolutely very last call. If you were thinking, I think I want to go spend 2 days with these people at this conference, at this summit.
Let's go.
We sold out a couple of weeks ago, but you know how it goes. There's a few people that won't be able to make it, flight problems or whatever. And we always love, I do every year, Ian. I love it when someone's like the day before or a couple of days before, they're like, you know what? I'm in. And they get a ticket and they get a hotel room and they get there. And then they end up soaking it all up because it was such kind of a powerful, intense decision. So if that's you, if you're a real estate agent, you're a team leader, you're a broker who's full-time, committed, wants to grow your business, grow your income, and grow your impact in the lives of the people you care about, you really should be there. Go to realgrowthsummit.com, realgrowthsummit.com, and you can buy a ticket right now. I think the last minute tickets are like $1,200. It's worth every penny. If you stay for 2 days, and at the end of that, you can look me in the eye and say this wasn't worth it, we'll refund 100% of your ticket money right there. But if you text the word banana to 214-310-0008 right now, we're going to give away a ticket to the event. What do you think, Ian?
I like it.
How do you say the word that I say banana?
Banana.
Closer. Banana.
Yeah, I like the way he says it. If you text the word,
It'd be really weird if everyone in England was just walking around going, bananas.
if you text the word
Banana.
to 214-310-0008, the word is
Banana.
to 214-310-0008, 214-310-0008, then we'll draw a winner and we'll text you right back and say, you got a ticket. You're rock solid.
But you have to text the word banana.
No. I can't wait for Gibson to be like, why are people texting banana?
Hold on really quick. You say it.
Banana.
You say it.
Banana.
Banana. 214-310-0008. If you are a full-time real estate professional, it doesn't matter if you're an independent.
Do you think people think we're drinking today?
Team, I have tea, independent agent, team
Not disclosing.
leader, team member, brokerage owner. You will love this event or we'll give you your money back. And you can have a chance to win if you text
Banana.
to 214-310-0008. Now, earlier we teased some festivals.
Yes.
What's going on in DFW when it comes to getting outdoors, getting with, a couple thousand, tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 of your very best DFW friends from music or for food or for art. We're getting into
Or balloons.
or gigantic balloons full of the hot air. Okay, we're going to get into it right now. So a little bit of structure, a lot of freedom. Courtney, you're usually kind of our ringleader on the creative stuff here. Do we want to go favorites first and then fill in with
I think that's a good way to start. Like the ones we enjoy, and then let's move into the ones we've researched.
text us your favorite DFW festivals as well. 214-310-0008.
Maybe you can text banana with a festival.
If you wanted to enter to win a free ticket to the
just
conference.
not connected.
Which
Just
is
confusing people. Banana Grape Festival.
Oh gosh. All right, Ian, what is your favorite North Texas festival?
I'm a little biased, but I do enjoy the Plano Balloon Festival, even though we never actually go to it.
You're biased because you live nearby.
And they fly over my house.
It is cool.
We live less than like half mile from it, less than a mile. So they fly over our house. It's just the direction they always go. So we kind of get a free festival every time.
And when I take my kids to school a certain time of year, I get to see them kind of prepping and flying and stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
pretty. I've been out to the actual
Terrifying. I never want to go in one in my life.
sitting
but
on the
they're
side
cool
of the
to
hill.
watch.
Okay, Plano Balloon Festival. Do we know when that is?
It is September 18th through the 21st.
Oh, it's like now.
It's
Yeah.
now.
This week. Cool. So don't be trying to drive through Spring Creek anytime soon, unless you're going to the festival. Courtney,
yeah, they end up shutting off like basically
that whole
Spring Creek
College.
and Jupiter ends up getting closed off. So go up to Legacy, folks.
I love it. And then we go to church up there, and I forget 2 Sundays a year, and I'm like, oh, detour. Okay.
Legacy. Just take
Courtney,
Legacy.
what is your favorite DFW area festival?
Well, I'm going to say, since he went with his hometown, I'll go with my hometown, the Richardson Wildflower.
Dang it.
I know you love it, but they do a great festival. Good concerts.
Do they have
I
balloons?
hate that they get stormed out.
I was a sponsor there one year, and I gave out balloons. So, yes.
Do they give out hot air balloons?
No, they don't. Neither does the Plano Balloon Festival, by the way. The Richardson Wildflower Festival, in my opinion, is the single best run festival by a municipality or a city in all of North Texas. Now, I think Taste Addison is done very, very well too. Ian used to be an Addison cop. He likes it less than others. But the reality is that one's really, really well run too. But the city of Richardson Parks and Rec runs this deal. They get great musicians. It's always like the very best musicians of 10 or 12 years ago. But the demographic that goes to a festival in Richardson is that demographic. They're still listening to the music from. We heard Nelly there one year. Toad the Wet Sprocket, I think. I mean,
they really tap into our.
But they also do local musicians, folk music, acoustic.
That's not for a while, though, I don't think.
It's every May.
Oktoberfest is coming up.
Yeah, the Richardson Wild Festival is in May. Then they do the Cottonwood Arts, and then they do Richardson does a great job with all of that. Yeah. So we don't have time to talk about all of them, but the Wildflower Festival was also my favorite. It's really well done. It's over a long weekend. There's multiple stages. There's good food vendors. There's some art. There's some charitable giving. It's just really, really well done. Okay, now we're going to move beyond favorites and just, if you're catching this live on radio and you're local, write some of these down. You should check these out, especially some of the ones that are in the fall. So, all right, Courtney, you want to get us started?
Okay, so
Ian just referenced Grapefest. You want to talk about that one real quick?
Because it's happening right now.
It's ending when tomorrow?
2 days. I mean, it's from September.
Ends tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could catch it this afternoon, or go get
If you want to go catch the finals of the Grape Stomp tomorrow.
Oh, come on. Little I Love Lucy situation going on.
It's the largest wine festival in the Southwest.
Yep.
Which is pretty legit.
Well, for a region that's not generally thought of as wine country, Grapevine as a whole does this pretty well. And I've actually never gotten to go.
Wait a second.
I would like to go.
Is that why it's called Grapevine?
Stand by.
Oh.
He got it, folks. He got it. He caught up. It's literally named Grapevine.
I was joking. I think Courtney might be serious.
Because the area grows grapevines. By the way, downtown Grapevine, you're going to see a lot of the wineries, which is different from the vineyards. They grow the vines in the vineyards out on big farms and, grape farms. And then in town, you can buy retail at the wineries. Very cool. Okay, Grapefest is really cool. September 11th through 15th this year. So you're catching the tail end of it. You mentioned Oktoberfest, but there's a few Oktoberfest around here. The one in Addison's pretty darn
big one.
Pretty big.
Yeah, the 18th through 21st, and it's Plano Balloon Festival. So
pick one.
Hit
them both up.
Go to both. The actual Oktoberfest. Any idea when that runs?
It's in Germany in the winter before Christmas, right?
I feel like it's normally later, but it's actually, I looked it up. It's this year. It's September 20th to October 5th.
I thought it was like late October.
Yeah, I think I feel like it has been in the
getting
past.
into the holidays.
But I might be wrong on that. That's when it is this year.
Certainly don't know what I'm talking about when it comes
Mari on our team a couple years ago went to Oktoberfest in Germany.
That's a claim to fame.
Full experience. Pretty cool. She said she loved it. Okay, what about, I've never heard of this one. Does anyone know what Arts Goggle is?
No.
Sounds something artsy with glasses.
Arts Goggle, October 11th, Fort Worth. It's kind of near that South Side development off Magnolia. Artsgoggle.org if you want to check it out. Totally free.
This feels very cool.
Super family friendly. Like 1,000 different artists, 50 musical performances, lots of displays of like sculpture and art and paint and all that kind of stuff. Good food, they say. Lots of great drink, they say. And I quote, fun for everyone, says the people of Arts Goggle.
That'd be weird if it wasn't, right?
I love art.
Fun for everyone except...
What if they said like, fun for some?
Yeah. Miserable for
Which
others.
probably
Oh, what a great tagline. Fun for some, miserable for others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say they seem to focus on local artists, which also Richardson's Cottonwood Arts Festival does that like really well at the Cottonwood Park. But this one is art focused, not just like paint art, but sculpture, music. They have performances of, they say, all media and experience levels. I would consider myself, Courtney, sort of an amateur appreciator of high quality art.
Sure.
I don't really know a lot about it. I know if I like it.
I think that's enough. That's what they say about wine, about anything. Read what you like, drink what you like, buy what you like.
Yeah, so this feels like it's not a parade, but it's multiple blocks along Magnolia.
You don't have to be an expert.
Along Magnolia, which is kind of, people of Fort Worth are going to get upset with me about this. But if you're in Dallas and you're thinking kind of Lower Greenville, Magnolia kind of has that vibe. Shops, restaurants, bars, boutiques, fun stuff. So it's multiple blocks along Magnolia. And you can kind of park and walk and hang out and come and go over a few days. artsgoggle.org. Now, listen, we just did our back to school ice cream. And that's kind of our little mini festival for our team. We also did our big 20th anniversary crawfish party this year. That had a festival feel. And then before too long, I mean, literally, it's going to be here before you know it.
Enjoying
Pie Day,
the outdoors.
is kind of an indoor-outdoor experience for us now. We have a favorite friend, Community Coffee here in Richardson, that lets us use the indoor-outdoor space. I love a good festival. I feel like we all do. Enjoy the fall, people. Enjoy the fall. Now, speaking of enjoying the fall, Courtney, you usually ask me great backyard questions, and I know you've been itching to ask a backyard fall question, so fire when ready.
I guess I want to know, in October, what am I going to wish I had done in now to enjoy my
So I like the way you worded that
yard.
Because often I get to October and think, God, man, I love it. October is probably my favorite backyard month, October or November, depending on our Novembers here. And I often wish that I had like trimmed up some trees. I wish that I had like prepped my firewood better because I love sitting by the fire pit or the outdoor fireplace. I wish that I had prepared for the kind of raininess of the fall and winter. That might mean putting down some winter rye grass seed. I try to do that every year. Now you have to wait until evening temperatures are cool enough. So you can look it up. You can use whatever variety you want, but I normally just do an annual winter rye, which means it's just good for 1 year, not perennial. It's not going to come back every year. I wish I could, but our climate doesn't really support
like I'm sprinkling seeds and watering real good.
Especially in the areas that you know right now after a good, fairly somewhat rainy, hot, warm but not too hot summer. If you have areas that are not fully covered with thick grass, it's going to be a mud pit over the fall and winter. Your dog, your kids are going to either get really muddy or you're not going to enjoy it. So you can buy a bag. You can get it on Amazon. You can go to a feed store. You can just go to Ace Hardware or probably even, I don't know, big box stores and get a bag of annual winter ryegrass. And then you can throw that seed down as thick as you want. And it'll start popping up when we have cool evening temps and still have sun out. And then it will stay thick and luscious and actually beautiful until it's hot enough late next spring that our native local grasses overtake it. So if you have good thick ryegrass, you may get rye like November to May and you don't have that muddiness. But October, sometimes it's already starting to pop up or we're already getting that rain and you're like, shoot, it's muddy out here. So that's the thing I would be doing now in September, checking my shade out, checking my walkways, preempting those muddy spots, cleaning up patio furniture, cleaning up the grill, getting those propane tanks ready if you have like those propane heaters for the backyard, because those first cool nights, Ian, you know what I like to do in October on my back patio?
Take a nap.
God, it's one of my favorite things is to watch the Astros beat the Yankees on the TV, on the patio, postseason baseball, just watching good.
We had your number a couple weeks ago, huh?
You did, but it wasn't postseason. You won the series, but we'll see. Still in first. Sorry, Rangers fans. I actually do support
Weak
the Rangers,
division.
But I'm originally from Houston, and it's a family thing.
Weak
Okay.
division.
Doesn't matter. We're winning it. and we've won it before, and we've exited you from the playoffs many times before. Anyway, what I'm doing,
cans.
if you've got a big backyard, we were good before the trash cans. We were certainly good with the trash cans.
I'm just saying words, man.
And then we've been
Don't
very
be so
good
defensive.
after
I'm just
the
saying
trash
words.
cans. Not
I'm just saying
defensive,
words.
just explaining it.
Same words.
How do you guys
Trash
like your
cans.
cameras
Bang,
and
bang.
your Apple Watches?
Bang,
Anyway, you do want to enjoy the fall. I think fall in North Texas, in my opinion, is far and away the best season. We've talked about why I think that for real estate. We got sports. We got the ability to enjoy the outside with incredible weather. We don't get this harsh transition into winter. We do usually get a relatively long, warm, and then cool, and then cold, and then maybe January, February, we get the really cold
Dreamy.
stuff. So enjoy it. Get outside. Enjoy your backyard, whether it's big or not so big. But get prepped. If you do the outdoor TV thing, set that up. Clean your, get your grill ready. Hopefully you'll use that more. Check those potentially muddy areas. Check the shade. My last thing is if you have landscape lighting, or if you've ever dreamed of having landscape lighting, now's the time to fix it, add it. You can do it very affordably on your own. You can bring people in. I have a guy I could recommend. And then as it starts to get dark earlier when daylight savings hits again, and just as days get shorter, you can still enjoy the outdoors even though it's dark. Whether that's throwing the football, hanging out, sitting around the fire. It's nice to have those down lights in the trees or up lights in the beds. So that's what I'm doing right now when I have a spare minute. If you like color and flowers, now I think we're past the worst of it. Now's an okay time to start planting your colorful flowers that do well in the fall and maybe even in the winter. So if we can help you with any of that, enjoying your home more, buying a home, selling a home, protecting your home's value, upgrading your home, we've got people for those things. And of course, we'd love to earn your trust when it comes to buying and selling. We do guarantee to sell your home over the average price and under the average time. We also guarantee to save you thousands of dollars, at least 5. Usually our clients are saving 5, 10, 20. We had 30 recently when buying a home right now. Find us online at toddtremonteteam.com, or you can just Google my name, spell it as best you can, and see over 800 5-star reviews. See what other people think about the team, about the systems, about our agents, about our process, about the value we get for people, about the speed with which we get homes sold, about the ways we help people find homes that other buyers and even other agents are not seeing. If you need a home warranty, check out Trinity Home Advisors, trinityhomeadvisors.com. They're going to tell you what's true, help you maintain your home, enjoy your home, and any other vendors or pros you're looking for. Go to toddtremonteteam.com. We'll catch you on the YouTubes or the podcast.